Hi there, and welcome to Bomb Diffusal. Unlike the title of the game, Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, where the subject is bomb diffusal, where you're disarming bombs. This is giving out bombs to the children of the world in the spirit of Christmas. I have bomb diffusal, spreading them around as a steel crate employee. We'll take the edge work down since we'll need that for the bomb. We have 5 and 3. We have a lit CLR and an unlit FR kilo. Really, we just need the amount. We don't need the actuality of the indicators, but we'll take them down anyway. Uniform Papa 8, Whiskey India 7. And we'll move this down here for reasons that will become apparent in a second. Then we'll take the software license number down from the individual module itself. If you scroll in really close here, you can see that this is a 0 instead of an Oscar because of the dot in the center. I don't think we have any Oscars anywhere else. I could be wrong, but there's an Oscar. You can see that it doesn't have the dot in the center. And for reference, you can cross-reference it with the 0 in 2019 if you get confused. So this is Oscar 63, for example. So this is 1 kilo 0 Victor Echo Lima. Finally, we'll need the ports on the side of the bomb. And these ports are obviously not regular ports. If you're familiar with Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, we will have learned some of these, but these ones are not very intuitive, so even if you think you know what the port is, I would still encourage you to check with the diffuser before you just say, ah yes, this is what it's supposed to be. So the first port down here is a PCMCIA port. It's a mouthful, so we'll write that down, PCMCIA. The top port here, number 2, is a composite video, so I just write composite. And we're ready. Okay, that's all the information that we currently need from the diffuser, so let's start the exporting portion of the manual. We will be comparing the actual serial number of the bomb and the software license number together to get a 6-digit sequence. The serial number of the actual bomb will be the rows, and the license number will be the columns here. So if we look at uniform 1, we will find uniform for serial number, and 1 for the license number makes a 7. And we'll repeat this 6 times in total, so that we can get a 6-digit number. Papa Kilo is 6, 80 is 4, Whiskey Victor is 2. India Echo is 5. And lastly, 7 Lima is 0. Little slash through it there. Now that we have the 6-digit number, we'll need to find the numerical position of the highest non-tied digit in the number. In this case, it's 7, which is the first digit. So we will be sending it to the first half alphabetically of the USA, or USA 1. Then we'll take the first and second most significant digits of the delivery number, or the left 2 in this case. And we'll modulo both by 5. So 7 mod 5 is 2, 6 mod 5 is 1, so we're delivering to USA 21, which is Idaho. We'll save this for now, and we'll get back to it in a second, because we still have more work to do for the component aspects of the bomb. For the batteries of how many, if we go to components here, we can see that we need to send components as well, because we're sending the entire bomb casing. We'll take the number of batteries on the software casing, 5. Well, the software casing is actually just the bomb edgework, so don't get confused there. 5. Add the number of battery holders for 3 is 8, and then add 1. So we have 9 batteries total. Then we will calculate the indicators by seeing how many digits are in the serial number. In this case we have 2, so we will 4 digits, 3 digits go to the section with the otherwise in this case. We will submit double the number of unlit indicators on the bomb. 1 times 2 is 2. We have 2 indicators total. The ports section we'll come back to in a second, and the manuals section is the last component number we need. By default, only 1 manual needs to be delivered. This means we'll always have at least 1 manual being delivered. However, if the location is in USA or Eurasia, deliver 2 extra manuals for every port plate on the casing. So we will not add any for that. There is also, however, a finally statement down here that says add an extra manual if the last digit of the bomb software casing serial number is even. We don't have that, so we don't have to worry about it. There's an extra clause here. If the required number of manuals is greater than maximum, just send the maximum because they'll all burn up to wherever they're going anyway, probably. So we have 921, and now we'll look at the ports we have. So our first port given to us by the diffuser was the PCMCIA, so we'll highlight that here. Then the composite port, we will highlight the number of it here. So the bomb diffusal software module has 2 ports. We need to set the port name to the name of port 1 and then move it left X times. Unfortunately, because the ports on the actual module are in different positions than the manual, you can't just memorize it and you can't calculate it beforehand. You actually have to go through the process of manually telling the diffuser to go to an option and then scrolling left X number of times. So now we have all the information that we'll need to give to the expert. So we'll diffuser, so we'll call that our module is ready. We're delivering to USA 1, Idaho. For our components, we have 9, 2, 1, and we want our diffuser to find PCMCIA, and then scroll left 11 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see that 12 is the maximum, so really, you could tell diffuser to go right twice also to USB. And this should send the order. Well, it gives a little stamp, a little seal of approval from Steel Crate, and the module solves. We'll do one more example of this a little faster. So most of the component information will stay the same here because the manuals will change, the number will change, but we will still be sending a bomb with 9 batteries and 2 indicators. So we will just retake the software license information and ports. Here we have Oscar 639 Uniform 4, and the ports on this are a HDMI port and a parallel port, and we're all ready to go. Once again, we'll do our serial table lookup for uniform Oscar is 9, Papa 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, Whiskey 9, 2, India uniform 9, 7, 4 is 4. Because we have our 9s tied and we have our 4s tied, what this means is we have to go to our next number down, which is actually the 2 here. So we'll be delivering to the 4th digit of Eurasia. Modulo 9 and 1 both by 5 for 4, 1. So we're delivering to Eurasia 4, 1, which is Poland. Go to Eurasia 4, 1, Poland. We have our video components 9, 2. We have our ports, HDMI and parallel right here. We have HDMI, then parallel, so we'll go to HDMI, go left 2. Manuals, we have 1 by default. We don't have the extra condition. We don't have a port plate on the bomb, so we don't need to calculate anything else because we're going to USA or Eurasia, so we'll be sending 1 manual. We'll go to components, 9, 2, 1, find HDMI, left 2, and send off the bomb. And that is how to solve bomb defusal. I hope this was helpful to you. I know that people can have trouble with the various number of ports, and there are quite a number of steps and things that can go wrong, but if you're careful with it and go slowly and read everything, it shouldn't prove too much of an issue overall. Just make sure that you read all the statements, make sure you know what ports you're looking at. For example, the serial ports usually, I've found on the bomb itself, is blue in color. But here, if you can find a serial port, there doesn't seem to be one, I guess. The serial ports here aren't blue, they're empty. And something that you might mistake as blue is the VGA port, which is a bright blue. So make sure you don't mistake the serial and VGA ports there, for example. I think it's a really fun module. I think that people shouldn't not do it just because it's confusing at first glance. And with that, I hope I've helped you learn bomb defusal just a little bit better.